That kind of applies to everything, though.
If you lose it and buy it again, it costs you twice as much.
Yes.
Yeah. It's universal, that one, I think.
Except virginity.
Ew. I mean, I did acting in school, and I just love to perform. I like to make people laugh. Zoe does an action/rom-com.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll beat up the guy I'm in love with repeatedly, and it'll be funny. So it was always sort of something that was, you know, people would always say to me, do you want to get into acting? I was like, no, I'm all about jumping off buildings and shit. That's my stuff, you know. And then Quentin wrote me into Death Proof. So the conversation that we would have on Kill Bill was very much him. It was the first time someone had directed me as a stunt person the same way he was directing all the actors. He was like, what's your motivation? I'm like, paycheck? What are you talking about? He's like, no, seriously, what's your motivation? I'm like, oh, sorry, my bad, to kill these guys. And he's like, yes, but why do you kill those guys? I'm like, to get to the staircase? He's like, why do you need to get up the staircase? I'm like, to kill those guys? He's like, why? And I'm like, because they killed my unborn child and stole my life, I think. And he was like, yes. And I was like, oh, hand me my sword. I'm going to go kill some people here. A huge part of it for me is to create the character at the beginning, so it's all the fun make-believe stuff, and like I went into depth about her story, and I would talk to Josh about it. It was almost, even when we did the first piece as a short before the feature-length script was really in place, I had already established a very strong sense of who Sabrina was and where she came from.
Like her preparation was like crazy. Like when she showed her backstory, she's like, "What do you think of this?" And I would just, you know, I didn't want to intervene too much because that's, every actor has their own process, and that's none of my fucking business. Yeah. However they get to here, the only time it becomes my business is if they're creating some kind of backstory that is working against the actual script. I'm happy with both films. You know, we did them like I left to shoot Mechanic.
Well, it was
4 weeks after we wrapped Raze. Wow. I drove out to Philadelphia, and while we were shooting Mechanic, we were editing Raze. She didn't even know Rosario was coming.
Josh and Tracy Toms got together and made it a surprise.
We did like a little surprise where I was like, Zoe, we couldn't get that girl. Like we had to get some last minute fighter.
We've cast already, and I was like, wait, without my permission, you didn't even talk to me. But yeah, I was definitely a little pissed.
I think that, you know, a lot of fans will, you know, really like seeing the whole like, you know, Tracy. I
know.
What do they call
the only thing I was bummed was that
Tracy wrote
Tresario love. I'm like, yo, guys, where's the Zorario love?
It's not gonna work.
I would say definitely do some training, and don't man-hate. There's no point man-hating. It doesn't make you... Don't be militant. It doesn't make you stronger as a woman. Just be an awesome woman. You don't have to hate other women and hate men. Just be more awesome yourself.
Okay.